maybe not so much, but we're not going to talk about those times tonight. Because whether you're cheering or crying about your grade, you've gotten some feedback about the extent to which you've mastered something. And since you're all here graduating tonight, you have definitely mastered things. For example, you really do know how to do differential equations, or you really do understand what that passage in that novel means, and getting a grade is a useful kind of feedback to get. But there's another kind of feedback you get in your classes from your faculty. You get written feedback. The comments on the papers or the marks in the margins of your code or your lab report. And I would say that learning how to navigate that kind of feedback is even more important because it's the kind of feedback that helps you grow and learn and prepares you for the gradeless world outside of this college. Comments don't usually say you just mastered something. They're the way your teacher and your peers engage with your ideas. That feedback pushes against your ideas and asks you to consider different viewpoints, and that kind of feedback helps you imagine different audiences, and that kind of feedback helps you sharpen your critical thinking, reasoning, and communication skills. And it's in the process of responding and revising and rethinking and rewriting your ideas that you start to change. And now we're here tonight on this joyous occasion, and you're getting another kind of feedback. Feedback from all your family and your friends and your faculty and staff telling you how proud we are of you. We know that you've been taking feedback that you've received here at Penn State, and we know that you've changed and grown in your time here. And we look forward to you going out into your communities and your workplaces and giving other people feedback that will help them grow and change just like you have. So on behalf of the faculty, I offer my sincerest best wishes to all of you here tonight, and congratulations to the classes of 2020 and 2021. Thank you.
Good evening. Take this off. Good evening. Great to see all of you here this evening. My name is George Grant Jr., and I'm the Chancellor here at Penn State Berks. And welcome to the 2021 commencement. I would like to acknowledge members of our Berks Advisory Board who are here tonight. Thank you for being here. They're part of our leadership team and help advise us on our journey. So thank you all for being here. A commencement ceremony has been an important tradition for centuries. When students complete their academic journey, we invoke faculty, staff, family, and friends for a public recognition of this important moment in time. As part of this public proclamation, each graduate will have their name read as they walk across the stage. Since this is an academic exercise, the faculty are dressed in their regalia, signifying their agreement that everyone has completed the requirements to graduate. Could our faculty please stand and be recognized? Thank you. I also want to thank our staff who have been teachers, advisors, and mentors in our students' educational pursuits. You are equal partners in today's celebration. Let's recognize them. Every year we have a spring and fall commencement. This fall commencement is a little bit different. Because of COVID restrictions last year, we had to have a virtual commencement for our 2020 graduates. So they never got the opportunity to have their families and friends witness them completing their academic obligations. Therefore, this commencement recognizes our 2020 graduates and our 2021 graduates. To our families and friends, thank you for all your spiritual, emotional, and of course, financial support. They could not have done it without you. So thank you all very much. We appreciate you all being here. Thank you for being part of this ceremony, and thank you for bearing witness to our graduates as they celebrate this important milestone. One of many milestones, but a very important milestone. So next, we have our student speakers. So we have 2 speakers this evening, and I'll tell you who both of them are, and they'll each come up and give remarks. So our first speaker for our 2021 graduation is Brooke Giapella, and our second speaker, and I'm going to do this right, Ife Oluwa Aguina, is our 2020 graduate. So can our speakers please come up?
Hi, everyone. What a year these last few weeks have been. When they had asked me to be the student marshal, the first thing I did was ask them, why me? And within the reasons that they gave me, not one of those reasons was because I had strong public speaking skills, which is great for me because I don't have those, as you will soon find out. The very second thing I did was Google how to write a graduation speech. And before I was able to take any notes, I got distracted rewatching the speech to the movie Independence Day. Do you guys remember that one? It's going to be hard to compete with that. But seriously, when I look around this room, I can't help but think about how different all of our journeys have been. Some of us came here straight out of high school, some took a few years for themselves, and others have had rich lives in between. And every single person here has had their own personal journey, which I'm sure is nothing short of exceptional. Regardless of our different paths, they have all led us to this moment right here, graduating from Penn State Berks. And I think it's important to celebrate the fact that I'm even able to look around this room. Because let's face it, a Zoom graduation where I know no one is wearing shoes just doesn't have the same decorum as this ceremony tonight. Obviously, I want to take this time to thank my family and my friends and the Penn State Berks faculty for the continuous love and support over the years. I also wanted to thank this one random student I met my freshman year who told me to avoid walking on the painted paw prints behind Perkins when it's raining. You guys know what I'm talking about. 4 years later, I thank that student every day that I never had to learn that lesson the hard way. But I won't spend all this time talking about me, because really tonight is about all of us. There's bound to be some people in your lives trying to minimize this milestone for you. They might tell you all you have to show for your hard work is a piece of paper. But what they don't realize is that that same piece of paper is actually a reminder and physical proof of the hours and years of dedication, maybe agony for some of us, but also hard work and pride that was all put towards furthering your education. And maybe pride is something we should get used to, because every time we see that logo or say that name, we are showing every person we know just how proud we are of going to this school and from this day forward forever being known as a Penn Stater. And I know my friends are probably betting on whether or not I find a way to quote the TV show The Wire during this speech, but don't worry, I assured them it's all in the game though, right? See what I did there, Amber? And I guess really the last thing to ask ourselves is, where do we go now? Graduates, I implore you all to breathe a sigh of relief, because there will be so much more to look forward to. Thank you and congratulations.
Good evening, Penn State Berks. I want to say thank you to the Commencement Committee for inviting me to be the Class of 2020 speaker. Also, a big thank you to all the students, family, friends, faculty, and staff for being here and supporting us all in person and in spirit. It's my honor today to speak to this incredible audience, no more unprecedented. When I was in my second year, I had this weird habit where I would eat dinner twice. I would have the same meal with the same setup and in the same sitting back to back in one evening. At that point, I was very homesick and I missed home cooking so much. So eating first dinner was routine. Never tasted like anything, and it didn't bring me any joy, as I'd tell my friends. I think I felt this way because I'd never processed migrating from Nigeria. But second dinner was where the flavors and feelings of fullness came in. I think for many of us, 2020 presented the hope and anticipation of second dinner, the start of a new decade, the 2020 vision puns, graduating and beginning a new phase in life. But instead, we mostly got the lackluster emptiness of first dinner, knowing that the year was virtually passing by, pushing us deeper into the unknown, and these big life events were happening, but that fulfillment just wasn't there. When I was brainstorming, or rather procrastinating writing this speech, I wondered, what can I say to everyone and be honest, relatable, yet respectful of the honor of speaking? Like some 2020 speeches I'd heard about or watched online, cue all of the memes from Beyonce's message to 2020 grads on YouTube, on talented, on worthy, and so on, I didn't want to hammer on about 2020 graduates being resilient in an unprecedented time of socio-political and infrastructural fissures, or focus on all the struggles of the past 20 years. I wasn't resilient. I just went through the motions of eating that first dinner. I tried to be excited about new things, but I just wasn't. And I took the shutdown of 2020 personally. We might not all have felt this way. Some of us may have thrived during the shutdown and had found ways to rejuvenate ourselves in light of all of the tensions, but to those of us who were stuck on that first dinner feeling, my encouragement to you is that second dinner is coming. At this point in my life, I feel like I'm at Tully's ordering that second plate of chicken parm and linguine, and I'm gearing up for the fulfillment, the flavors, and the excitement. We are more than 2020. As 2020 graduates, one thing I'm very certain we all share is the hope for a second chance and a second beginning. We are pioneers of the unknown. We left for spring break in March, and we figured it out till the fall. A lot might have changed since last year, but I am extending the grace to all of us that we are allowed a second dinner, a chance to put that 2020 vision goggles on when faced with a foggy future, a chance at a fresher start, and a chance at second dinner. Thank you.
Boy, think working IFE again. That was wonderful. When you put the program together, I make sure that I go before them because I don't want to follow that. So they were both wonderful, and I really appreciate what they had to say. Now it's time for our commencement speaker. So in your program is the bio, and I'm just going to highlight a few things in the bio, not everything that's in there. So tonight, our commencement speaker is Chris Pruitt. And Chris Pruitt serves as president and CEO of East Penn Manufacturing Company, making of the Dyka batteries the largest privately owned battery manufacturer in the world. And it's right here in Berks County. He joined the company in May in 1994 as a controller and has held numerous financial positions, including chief financial officer. Pruitt serves on several industry boards and currently serves as chairman of the board of the Wyomissing Foundation. Chris Pruitt has received several awards for his commitment to community service, including being named CFO of the Year by the Lehigh Valley Business Journal, and he also received the Wilbur H. Duran Award for recognition for his outstanding work with the United Way of Berks County. Chris is passionate about his employees, his community, and his family. So please join me in welcoming our commencement speaker, Mr. Chris Pruitt.
Before I take my mask off, I get teased all the time that I look like Dr. Fauci, so I'm going to take my mask off, and I'm not Dr. Fauci, okay? But I've been teased all over the world about that for the last 2 years. Dr. Grant, the entire administration, faculty and parents, and most importantly, the class of 2020 and 21, it's an honor to be here tonight to celebrate this wonderful occasion, and I am truly humbled to address you this evening. Before I start, I want to give a sincere thank you to the faculty and administration for all that you do to help these students strive and survive. What you do is not easy at times, I can only imagine, and thank you so much for what you do, because it's for the love. I don't think sometimes it's for the money, it's probably for the love of what you all do, and I really appreciate, and the community and society appreciates what you do. So thank you very much. While this night certainly belongs to you as graduates and those celebrating this momentous occasion, I think it'd be appropriate for me to introduce myself and what I would like to share with you tonight. My name is Chris Pruitt, and I'm the president and CEO of this wonderful company called East Penn Manufacturing, maker of Deca batteries. As Dr. Grant said, we're the largest employer in Berks County, and we're the largest privately owned battery company in the world. So after my speech, if you all need a job, and parents, if you all want your kids out of the house, call me at 610-682-6361 tomorrow morning, and I'll give you a job. Extension 2310. I know that one graduate in this audience tonight will be joining us. His name is Brady Vargas, and he's graduating tonight with a bachelor's degree in mechanical engineering. And Brady, you better be to work tomorrow, 7:30. But seriously, I must admit, when I received the call to be the commencement speaker from Dr. Grant, I was a little bit surprised. In all transparency, this is my first commencement speech, but I couldn't pass up the opportunity to be with you, and it is an honor to be with you tonight. Also, I want to talk to you tonight as Chris Pruitt, the person with a big title at a company, but I want to talk to you as Chris Pruitt, a member of this community, a father and a family man, and an ordinary person, just an ordinary person that has attempted to do more than ordinary things in his career. I am no different than anybody that's in this audience tonight, none, and I mean that sincerely. I want to share with you tonight the lessons that have guided me through my journey that will hopefully help you. Things for you to spend some time and really think about. The difficult part of this speech for me is I'm not comfortable talking about myself, but I feel as being asked, it's a privilege to do this, and I want to share some things with you tonight. Because honestly, you are absolutely the future, and although there are many challenges that lie ahead of you and all of us, I'm a huge believer in a brighter future, and you are the future of this wonderful country that we live in. Graduating from Penn State, I didn't, but I have no doubt that you can read an X-ray with the best of them. You know the periodic table backwards and forwards. You know, like me, debits and credits. However, your educational journey is just beginning. You must, and there's no other option, to continue your journey of lifelong learning, to master your craft and expand your knowledge. One of the traditional ways my lifelong learning was enhanced was by taking additional courses and training. However, my real learning has really been enhanced by listening to others and learning from them. Your education plus a lifelong learning journey will absolutely help you get through so many different things. I'm an accountant by profession, so I really know my debits and credits, ha. My accounting degree, though, did not prepare me to run a company with more than 10,000 people, to navigate through the myriad of human relation issues that occur on a daily basis. negotiate acquisitions all over the world, deal with a massive fire that destroyed one of our manufacturing plants many years ago, lead our entire company along with our team through the uncharted waters of COVID for the past 2 years and all its related impacts. What has helped me beyond my traditional education is my ability to critically think, listen, and ask intelligent questions that are based on common sense. Some of you may know this name, Delight Bridegan, who was the owner of East Penn for many, many years. He started the company, and he would always say to me, he would call me Pruitt. He would say, Pruitt, one of the scarcest resources today is good old common sense. Working at East Penn, I've had the privilege of having lunch every day with our owner, president, our chief operating officer. I would be at lunch, and yes, I spoke some, but man, did I listen more than I spoke. They were full of wisdom and knowledge, and I have to say that over the 27 years that I've been at East Penn, I feel that every year I get an additional MBA because just being around those gentlemen has just provided me so much. So, my point of all this, surround yourself with the right people and really listen. Listen more than you speak. It will pay big dividends for you personally and within your professional career. Life is difficult and work is hard. There is no substitute for hard work. Don't settle for the easy way out. Yes, you are human, and yes, at times you need a break to watch Netflix and just put your feet up and have fun. Absolutely. However, there are some things that are just plain difficult, and you will be better off going through it instead of around it. In college, back when I went to Shippensburg University in the early 80s, I was faced with taking the dreaded for you accounting majors, Intermediate 1 and Intermediate 2. And I was told to stay away from the difficult professor. I said to myself, Chris, this guy puts his pants on just like I do every morning. He's human, the last I looked, just like me. So I took the professor, both times, Intermediate 1, Intermediate 2. What was the outcome? I got C's. I was devastated. I was mad. I didn't like the professor. Couldn't stand it. But in the end, it all worked out. In the short term, I wasn't happy, but in the long run, it gave me the determination and foundation I needed to pass the CPA exam. And I passed it with flying colors, and I don't mean to sound arrogant, I passed it pretty easily. And it was as a result of that professor. My point again, certain things are going to be difficult. Face them head on, embrace them as opportunities, not threats. You will be much better. Today, success in many circles is measured by a person's net worth or their bank account. Granted, a bank account and using your money wisely is important, is extremely important to be able to provide for yourself and your family. But is not the absolute measure of success. I believe a more important bank account is your emotional bank account, and this cannot be measured in dollars and cents. The emotional count that you will build up over time as you make emotional deposits. And what do I mean by emotional deposits? Be a nice person, not once a day, but all day and every day. Be humble and kind. Real humility is not thinking less of yourself, but thinking of yourself less. Humility goes together with being kind, and both can make such a difference in your professional and personal relationship. Be honest and trustworthy, not just in times when others notice, but be honest and trustworthy in situations when nobody will notice. Give credit to others and keep your ego in check. Big egos and arrogance will create negative withdrawals from your emotional bank account. And in fact, big egos and arrogance will bankrupt you. Have a positive attitude and demonstrate empathy. When you're having a discussion with somebody and it's controversial, put yourself in the other person's shoes and understand where they're coming from before you talk. Be a good friend. Be generous with your time by volunteering. This is a short list. If you practice and master these things, your emotional bank account will have much more in it over time as opposed to actual dollars and cents. Why is the emotional bank account important? Throughout life, you're going to need help, and you're going to want to surround yourself with individuals that have built up an emotional bank account. People will be able to rely on you, and you will be able to rely on them. Also, when you have made these investments, people are more apt to give you a break when you have made a mistake. Why is that? Because they will trust you. What are some of the things that I've done over my career to build an emotional bank account? Yes, I still write handwritten thank yous. It's unheard of today. I still write thank you letters handwritten. You may call me old school, I'm not offended. But it does make a difference when somebody gets a handwritten thank you note. You may think that's small, but it's big. Every person that is promoted in our company, I write them a handwritten letter. I tour our plants and try to get to know as many people as possible. Not just small talk, but I really try to understand their concerns. I volunteer and give my time generously. I always try to do the right things. Have I always done the right things? No, but I always try. Not for recognition, but just because it's the right thing to do. If a difficult conversation is needed, I have it face-to-face with honesty. No emails, no texts. One-on-one, and I have the discussion like the person deserves, face-to-face. In conducting meetings, I make sure everybody participates and everyone has a voice and their opinion. I remember to praise our wonderful employees because they truly deserve the credit for our success at East Penn. Granted, there are times when I must make a withdrawal of what I invested in my emotional bank account. Times when I need to show tough love or take a tough position. When that occurs, I've built up enough in my emotional bank account that people will respect the position that I have to take. The issue, and I've seen it happen so much, is that when you have any negative emotional bank account, others won't have the trust or confidence in you. Again, these things that I've mentioned here tonight are not about me being just a CEO, but it's about me being Chris Pruitt, the human being. However, with being a CEO, I absolutely cannot do this job without having a wonderful wife, Robin, and 2 daughters, Kelly and Lindsay. They not only bring joy to my life, but they keep me grounded and humble and keep things in perspective. In closing, I'd like to take this moment to speak to you directly, the graduates. I want you to know that you are the absolute future. In 1984, I was sitting out there just like you, and now many years later, I'm up here being a nerd. And the future belongs to you. Sure, we can simplify how much society needs you with the basic math equation. Many more people are retiring versus entering the workforce, so that equals a great demand for what you do. But the point that I'm trying to make is we don't just need people like you, we need you. We need you to explore your passions and dreams. We need you to be the person only you can be. And your dreams are too important not to pursue them wisely. Take it one day at a time. Don't settle for instant gratification, but find your purpose and live it out with long-term dedication. And whatever you do, make sure to enjoy the journey along the way. Take care of yourself both mentally and physically so you can be at your best at all times. And continue to invest in yourself, others, and your emotional account because that's what the world needs and that's what you have to offer. Life is not about being rich, popular, or perfect. It's about being real, humble, and kind. In the end, what really matters is that your loved ones are well, you've done your best, and that you're thankful for all that you have, and that you don't take things for granted. In closing, it's been an honor to address you for a few minutes this evening. I want to wish you all the best of luck, and I mean it. If you ever wanted to talk about your career, talk about making batteries, give me a call, and I wish you all the best of luck. Thank you for having me this evening.
So that was better than Dr. Fauci. So thanks very much, Chris Pruitt. Appreciate you being here. I get thinking about the emotional bank account, but then I kept remembering that phone number you gave out. So I hope you all wrote that down and that you start calling. We have a small token of appreciation. We appreciate you being here. We appreciate you coming and sharing your wisdom and sharing what you know with all of us. And so because of that, even though you didn't go to Penn State, we're going to make you an honorary Penn Stater. And so we have this for you.
Now we move to one of the primary parts of the ceremony, conferring of the degrees. Will the 2021 candidates for the associate degree at Berks College please rise? Dr. Grant, I am pleased to present these candidates who have met the requirements for the associate degrees in their major.
Exercising the authority invested by me by the Board of Trustees of Penn State University, I now confer upon you the associate degree with all of its rights and privileges. The staff will please present the candidates.
Haley Paul Levengood, Business Administration. Rebecca Lynn King, Occupational Therapy. Danielle Lynn Dillman, Occupational Therapy. Bethany Rebecca Edmondson, Occupational Therapy. Catherine Elizabeth Renier, Occupational Therapy. Caitlin Elaine Bradshaw, Occupational Therapy. Kelsey Jean Patrick, Occupational Therapy. Janlena Beth Hildebrand, Occupational Therapy. Hannah Marie Sell, Occupational Therapy. Sierra Shade, Occupational Therapy. Carolyn Ann Zolotsky, Occupational Therapy. Brooke Gwendolyn Denier, Occupational Therapy. Susanna Derichuk, Occupational Therapy. Joyce Marie Gomez Villa, Occupational Therapy. Sarah Elizabeth Hess, Occupational Therapy, graduated summa cum laude. Bianca Ruiz, Occupational Therapy, graduated magna cum laude. Amanda Beekler, Occupational Therapy. Sierra Alexis Miller, Occupational Therapy. Brianna Narr, Occupational Therapy. Megan Lee McLevich, Occupational Therapy. Elizabeth Lay, Occupational Therapy. Amanda Bemis, Occupational Therapy. Rachel Amber Turco, Occupational Therapy. Abigail Stoltzfuss, Occupational Therapy, graduated magna cum laude. Would everyone please join us in applauding the graduates? You may be seated. Will the 2021 graduates for the baccalaureate degree in Berks College and from other colleges from throughout the university who have chosen to be recognized here, please stand. Dr. Grant, I am pleased to present these candidates who have met the requirements for the baccalaureate degrees for their majors.
Exercising the authority invested in me by the Board of Trustees at Penn State University, I now confer upon you the baccalaureate degrees with all its rights and privileges. Will the staff please present the candidates?
Brooke Chiappetta, Hospitality Management, magna cum laude. Aaron Lahr, Accounting. Danielle Felix Gonzalez, Accounting. Elise Grace Lanz, Accounting, graduated summa cum laude. Catherine Ann Tolada, Accounting, graduated magna cum laude. Ethan Fox, Accounting. Devin Conrad Heller, Accounting. Thomas Joseph Pentrowski, Business. Jacqueline Davina Williams, Business. Alfonso Xavier Moore II, Business. Michael Adam Zook, Business, graduated magna cum laude. Adam Dotrick Jones, Business. Jose Aparicio, Electromechanical Engineering Technology. Jacob Russell Gillinger, Electromechanical Engineering and Technology. Nicholas Andrew Hummel, Electromechanical Engineering Technology. Dominic Pantalone, Electromechanical Engineering Technology. Colin Fall, Electromechanical Engineering Technology. Michael Johnson, Electromechanical Engineering Technology. Abu Shah, Electrical Mechanical Engineering Technology. Emmanuel Oluwasha Badamoso, Electromechanical Engineering Technology. Britton Allen Ryder, Electromechanical Engineering Technology, graduated cum laude. Brady Anderson Vargas Ramirez, Electrical Mechanical Engineering Technology. David Waddell, the third, Electrical Mechanical Engineering Technology. Emily Michelle Lapas, Hospitality Management. Jacob Makash, Hospitality Management. Matthew Kyle Finger, Information Science and Technologies. Sabahat Aziz, Information Sciences and Technology. Amir Hamaz, Wasim Chaudhry, Information Sciences and Technology. Noah Gabriel Kokos, Information Science and Technology, cum laude. Tyler Richard Verlato, Information Sciences and Technology. Sarah R. McMullen, Mechanical Engineering, graduated magna cum laude. Constance McConnon, Security and Risk Analysis. Jordan Christopher Fisher, Security and Risk Analysis. Michelle Elizabeth Calderon, Security and Risk Analysis. Ryan Fletcher, Security and Risk Analysis. Carmen Mesa, Applied Psychology. Giselle Abrua, Applied Psychology. Amber Tyler Connor, Applied Psychology. Michael Millman, Communication Arts and Sciences. Kari Lark, Communication Arts and Sciences. Sumner O'Drain V.
Sumner C. Drain the Fifth.
C. Drain the Fifth, Communication Arts and Sciences. Ronald Daniel Stivala, Criminal Justice. Deja Young, Criminal Justice. Genesis Del Pilar Munoz Arias, Criminal Justice. Skylar Gerner, Elementary and Early Childhood Education. Melissa Joan Jeans, Organizational Leadership. Molly Rose Ween, Psychology. Elizabeth Brito, Rehabilitation and Human Services. Jessica Cabello Rivera, Rehabilitation and Human Services. Megan D'Antonio, Rehabilitation and Human Services. Sean Michael DeLay, Rehabilitation and Human Services. Courtney Marie Rank, Rehabilitation and Human Services. Marie Durkota, Theater, graduated magna cum laude. Jenna Juchter, Writing and Digital Media. Jack Miller, Biochemistry and Molecular Biology. Lucas Dean Norgard, Biochemistry and Molecular Biology. Helena Jane Cassidy, Biochemistry and Molecular Biology. Eden Falach, Biology. Alexis Albu, Biology. Sydney McGinley, Biology. Blair Diane Echo, Biology. Ying L. Leanne, Biology. Balias G. Burgess Rivera, Biology. Scarlett Rose Oxenford, Kinesiology. Angelina Blagovic, Kinesiology. Matthew Scott Durr, Kinesiology, graduated magna cum laude. Stephen Dogaletto, Kinesiology. Anthony Lee Huffman, Kinesiology. Austin Broccoli, Kinesiology. Morgan Elizabeth Reitnauer, Science. Emily Kern, Science. Emmanuel Gonzalez, Science. Would everyone please join me in applauding our graduates? You may be seated. Will the 2020 baccalaureate degree graduates please rise? Dr. Grant, I am pleased to present these graduates who have met the requirements for the baccalaureate degree in their majors.
Exercising the authority invested in me by the Board of Trustees of Penn State University, I now confer upon you the baccalaureate degrees with all the rights and privileges. Will the staff please present the candidates?
Efialua Oguyenka, Global Studies. Monet Bunch, Accounting. Renee Alexandre, Accounting. Michael Etumnu, Business. Allison Rose Singer, Business, graduated cum laude. Emily Elizabeth Pinchuk, Business, graduated magna cum laude. Kenneth Keene, Business. Mackenzie Colton, Business. Mihai Sanchez, Business. Andrew Jonathan Gonzelli, Business. Amanda Morris, Business. Precious May K. Toole Lamont, Business. James D. Watts, Electrical Mechanical Engineering Technology. Kristen Burdo, Business. Hassan Darby, Business. Brett M. Rishanen, Hospitality Management. Emily Ruth Walk, Hospitality Management. Bailey Sam Lewell, Hospitality Management. I didn't hear you. Kiana M. Ray, Hospitality Management. Marissa Page Heaps, Hospitality Management. Jeremy Haldeman, Hospitality Management. Amy Cruteau, Information Sciences and Technology. Tiffany Asanowitz, Mechanical Engineering. Lucas M. Hoffman, Mechanical Engineering. Atif Kazi, Security and Risk Analysis. Sean Tyler Buddy, Security and Risk Analysis. Jared Michael McNeil, Security Risk and Analysis. Shannon E. McGill, Applied Psychology. Hannah Fassbender, Communication Arts and Sciences. Tracy A. Davis Whitmire, Communication Arts and Sciences. Carlos Akin Toison, Communication Arts and Sciences. Michael Grant Miller, Communication Arts and Sciences. Edris Derek Hightower, Communication Arts and Sciences. Eric Hospidel Smith, Criminal Justice. Mason Scott Pennypacker, Criminal Justice. Danelle Contreras, Criminal Justice. Catherine Hale, Biochemistry and Molecular Biology. Yana Christine Santiago, Biology. Mercedes Wisner, Biology. Elizabeth Doris McCartney, Elementary and Early Childhood Education. Brandon Rodriguez, Theater. Kaylee Carpintero, Writing and Digital Media. Christian Augustin, Rehabilitation and Human Services. Raven Monet Kemper, Rehabilitation and Human Services. Would everyone please join me in applauding the graduates? Would all of the degree graduates please rise? On your mortarboard, you have a tassel. I don't have one. The position is an indication of the person's graduation status. Those of you who are graduating now have your tassel on the right. As a symbol of being a graduate, I invite you to shift your tassel to the left side of the mortarboard. Graduates, please remain standing for the final presentation.
Can you feel the excitement in this place? After years of hard work, the result is you did it. Each of you are graduates of Pennsylvania State University. You are alumni. You're Nittany Lions. And like so many Penn Staters in this arena, you will forever know the response when you hear "we are." All right, please be seated.
Thank you, Dr. Grant. Good evening. My name is James McCarty. I am a very proud two-time Penn State alum from the class of 2013 and 2016, and I am joining you all this evening as a representative, the immediate past president from the Penn State Berks Alumni Society. It's not until a few moments ago that I could say, "Congratulations, Penn State graduates!" The Penn State Alumni Association celebrates your successes and welcomes you into a proud global network of Penn Staters. Your Alumni Association is powered by pride. More than 174,000 Alumni Association members keep a strong connection to our world-class university through membership in the Penn State Alumni Association. Today, on behalf of the Alumni Association, I am honored to share our graduation gift with all of you, a one-year free membership into the Penn State Alumni Association. Congratulations. Your membership keeps you in touch with Penn State and connects you with more than 300 geographically dispersed alumni chapters, interest groups, college and campus societies. No matter where you live, what you've studied, or which campus you attended, the Penn State Alumni Association has a group that matches your interests. After graduation, once you're settled, reach out to your local Penn State alumni group. Your Penn State family will be thrilled to hear from you. And in the coming years, when you visit Penn State, we hope that you enjoy your time on campus and be sure to stop by and see us in the Janssen office building. With that, we would like to ask all our new graduates, please rise. Would all other Penn State alumni here today please rise as well? Look at the power of the Penn State Network, everyone. It gives me great pleasure to induct all graduating students of the Pennsylvania State University from the classes of 2020 and the class of 2021 into the Penn State Alumni Association. Congratulations again, graduates. Your hard work, dedication, perseverance, and passion has paid off. We are! We are! We are! Thank you. Please be seated.
All right, everybody, please rise for the playing of Penn State Alma Mater, which is located in the inside cover of your program. These commencement proceedings are concluded. We now ask that you remain at your seat until the platform party, faculty, and graduates recess. Congratulations to all the graduates.